Special Initiative, A World with No Hunger, SEWO, BMZ commissioned GIZ to implement the Fish for Nutrition project for the period 2017-2021.
The Fish for Nutrition project was commissioned by BMZ, the German Federal Ministry for Economic Cooperation and Development. Based on assessments that were done earlier, we found out there was a lot of production of fish, but this fish was not consumed or did not reach the consumers in the required quality or quantity. This is the reason why the Fish for Nutrition project was born, and it was mainly focusing on supporting the fishing sector in Kismayo after landing.
The overall objective of the project is to improve the food and nutrition security of returning refugees, internally displaced persons, and the vulnerable host community.
The Federal German Ministry for International Cooperation, BMZ, commissioned GIZ to implement the Fish for Nutrition project for the period 2017 to 2021 as part of the special initiative, A World with No Hunger. Actually, the overall objective of the project is to improve the food and nutrition security of returning refugees and internally displaced persons and vulnerable host community in Kismayo town, Lower Juba region in Somalia through access to fishery products.
Somalia has the second longest coastline in Africa, stretching for more than 3,300 kilometers. Despite an abundance of marine food resources, the country's per capita consumption of fish is one of the lowest in the world.
waxay su'aashu noqotay magaalada Kismaayo oo runtii gobolka Jubbada Hoose oo lagu sheegay gobol Ilaahay subhanahu wa ta'ala khayraad ku banaystay oo kalluunkii iyo beerihii iyo xoolihii noolaa inta mataqaanaa ay joogaan oo ku dhaqan yihiin in nafaqadari laga cawdo hooyooyin iyo caruur nafaqadari hayso ay ku noolaadaan runtii waxyaabaha aad loola yaabo.
Although fishing does not require any complex technology or equipment, catching and eating fish is still not common among Somalis, even though many of them are affected by food insecurity.
marka waxyaalaha ugu yareyn kara nafaqadarrada waxaa kamid ah inta biskud iyo mataqaanaa loo qaybin lahaa maalin walba in cuntooyinka localka ah ee gudaha waddanka laga helo oo kalluunka ugu horeeyo oo beeraha dhulka ka soo baxa iyo xoolaha nool ay ka mid yihiin in loo isticmaalo la dagaalanka nafaqadarrada.
The major challenges facing the fishing industry include a lack of sales opportunities, significant losses due to poorly handled fresh catches, and the absence of cold chains.
We have also had an ice making machine. This ice making machine, it gives us 3 tons of ice per day.
Moreover, there are very few guidelines or monitoring mechanisms regulating fishing and sales.
We also, within this second element, worked with the ministry to develop the fisheries law, the Jubaland fisheries law.
This law has been developed by a consultant with support of GIZ. It went through the parliament, through the cabinet, and now the president has also signed.
This project supports returnees, internally displaced persons, and the local population in equal measure. It is aligned with the goals of the National Development Plan and pursues 3 strategies.
The project has had 3 main components. One of them is to create awareness, improve access through creating awareness. There was a lot of production and people were not better informed about the benefits of fish and where to get it and how to cook it, all this. The second component is about improving the quality of fish that is available. And the third component of the project is access to infrastructure.
The Ministry of Health is supporting health centers with nutritional advice.
There was also nutritional awareness campaigns which were done in the health facilities in coordination with the Ministry of Health. Nutrition counseling, that was ongoing, but we took a step forward and said we also need to talk about the benefits of fish in terms of the nutritional value and what it adds mainly to the lactating and the pregnant women.
hooyooyin kumanaan kun gaaraya iyo caruurtoodii iyo familiya baa target ku ahaa xarumaha soo booqanayay baa fariimahaas loo akhriyey ayagoo sawirra lagu dhejiyay xardarbiyada ayagoo shaqaalaha caafimaadkuna ay u mariyeen faa'iidada uu leeyahay kalluunka u leeyahay nafaqada.
malayga horta waxyaalo badan buu noo qabtay dadkii hore uga faa'iidaystaan nahay maamada markay uurka leedahay maskaxda u dejinaya hurdo fiican bay ka helaysaa dhiigga u kordhinayaa.
maamooyinka waxaa kaga consultation waxaan siinaa wacyigelin 2 maalin oo kale Arbacada iyo Talaadada waxaan wacyigelinaa faa'iidada kalluunka leeyahay.
waxaa kaleeto sameynaa hooyooyinka oo exclusive breastfeeding sameynayaan oo less than 6 months ka ama 6 bilood ka yar. waxaa kaleeto sameynaa cunuga markuu gaaro above 6 months up to 24 months kaleeto markuu gaaro ayadana waxaa ka saxnaa complementary feedingka.
xaruntan waxaa lagu siiyaa ilmaha nafaqadooda maasha Allah wax dhan haddana waxaa sii sheegaa malayga nafaqadiisa sidii jirka u kordhinaya naftirkay maamada yahay oo xaamil yahay ama nuugsan yahay haddii aan cuno ilmaha anaaska caano u keenaa.
Through this project, creating awareness on the benefits of fish consumption has various forms, targeting different population subgroups. There has been broad use of mass media, including TV, radio, social media, as well as community-based approaches to reach the general population.
This awareness, as we can see, has now, if you look at the demand for fish, it has increased because it has created demand, and now we can surely say the project has achieved that objective.
waxaa kaloo ay sameynayeen waxaa jirtay kalluunka hataa dadka aan cuni jirin hadda inay cunaan ayay bilaabeen.
School-based campaigns on nutrition and media have reached more than 30,000 pupils, teachers, and parents. Fish is now a regular feature in their lunches.
Schoolkan waa school inclusive education ka jirto. Populationku aad buu u badan yahay. Populationkaasi waxaa qayb ka ahaa inuu kor u kaco school population. hay-adan hadduu alla kuu roon yahay oo ka fulisay hadduu alla kuu roon yahay jaayizada oo ka fulisay mashruucan fishka.
haddaan ka hadlo mashruuca kalluunka runaantii wuxuu yahay mashruuc aad iyo aad u wanaagsan oo ardayda iskuulka dhigata aad u anfacay isagoona ka anfacay meelo badan.
mashruuca kalluunka haddaan ka hadlo runaantii aniga kalluunka waxaan ka fahansanaa wax xun inuu yahay markaan arkay faa'iidadiisa iyo wuxuu leeyahay waxaan fahmay inuu yahay kalluunka wax aad iyo aad u faa'iido badan.
Fishermen, fisherwomen, and fishmongers are receiving training and learning about processing and storing fish hygienically in order to increase the availability of fishery products.
dowladda Jarmalka waxay kaloo noo sameysay dadkeeni kalluumaysatada si aad iyo aad ah ayay u caawinaysay tababaray bixinaysay waxay kaloo sameynaysay intay tababarto ayay qalab siinaysay.
Infrastructure has been built to improve the availability and use of fishery products.
We almost had no cold chain infrastructure that existed at all. This project has provided us with a lot of cooler boxes, and that enables the fishermen to preserve their fish during catch, from the catch point up to the selling point.
Various trainings and capacity developments were initiated to impart knowledge to returnees, IDPs, and the local population on the importance of fish inclusion in their diet, and has since surpassed the vision, with the broad-based campaign reaching about 459,000 people in Kismayo, informing them about the benefits of eating fish.
We did a lot of awareness campaigns through media, through using people who are well versed with the fishery sector, communicating to the people. There were people who did not know even how to cook fish. We did fish cooking demonstrations, and I think around 200 women were trained on fish cooking in Kismayo.
waxaan meeshaan ku karinaa kalluun waxaan ku karinaa maraq madax iyo waxaan ku karinaa hilibkiisa oo uumita ah asagoo macnaha dubaal ah dadka marka hore meeysan aqoonin laakiin hadda bulshada saan karis u barna way la qabsadeen ceeriinka biseelka kulli way la qabsadeen dadka.
Not only did the returnees benefit from training, but also on capacity development measures, which included business trainings. And through this, over 440 women have been trained in processing and preparing fish. 90% of them now include fish in their family's diet.
A lot of capacity strengthening measures targeting various groups along the fishery value chain were implemented by the project over the 4 years.
bulshadina malaayga aad iyo aad ay hadda u fahantay oo qiimihii hadda oo loogu ugu dambeeyay maraya oo maasha Allah oo lagu wada qanacsan yahay.
In addition, around 260 women have taken part in a commercial training scheme and a microfinancing program.
waxay sameeyeen xaafadaha shanta xaafadood oo Kismayo ayaa waxa lagu soo aruuriyay haweenka Soomaaliyeed tababar ama seminaar ayaa la siinayay seminaarkaasi kalluun ayaa loo keenayay maalintii inta loo soo iibiyo ayaa loo keenayay waxaa la dhahayay kalluunkan kariya.
Newly developed glass fiber frames to dry large fish have quadrupled the number of fish dried hygienically. In shelters for internally displaced people, 40 women received drying racks for small fish.
Masha Allah, ina korna nin qaado fadoyne GIZ wala nin tarti birane ni si malayku wirdoyne ka qala jiisadoyne miisane ni si miizangane ni si mi waxan safety.
And we said the only support that we can provide is to giving them a portable drying racks, which is modern, and then they can capacitate or they can dry with a 5 ton per month. So that one has also significantly increased in the quantity of fish being dried at Kibora landing site, which is they can dry the big fish and also the shark species.
150 fisherwomen, fishermen and fishmongers have been trained in the effective use of cold chains, hygienic fish handling and fish processing.
We have worked together with the Ministry of Fisheries, we have worked together with the fishermen, with the cooperatives, with the traders, and mainly we discussed, we had a lot of discussions, we provided support, and in terms of, if you find in Kismayo before, what used to happen was when people get, when the fish lands, there was very poor use of cooling facilities or ice boxes.
There was no use of ice before this project, and the fishermen and the fish vendors, they learned how to use ice, they learned how to handle fish in a hygiene way, and it was a long process of trainings. Several trainings every year.
From July 2021, a new fish market in Nalanli began offering fish vendors with a good and hygienic selling point.
We developed the Nalanli fish market, a huge market with 101 outlets, ensuring that women also formed 35% of that 101 persons.
Actually, when the project started, very few women were part of the activities within the fishery value chain. But now we have over 45% of the value chain participants being women.
A modern solar-powered refrigerating system, a waste disposal system, and a 2-tier management to secure the hygienic, effective, and transparent operation of the day-to-day market running.
tirada meesha la soo dejiyay waxay ahaayeen 101 qof maxaan ku raahday wasaaradda kalluumaysiga ayaa soo sanadgaraysay oo soo dejisay meesha.
The market is complemented by further food and non-food sections, which were established by the GIZ Somali Reintegration Program.
Annaga qolooyinka kalluunka wax soo saarkaan nahay, kawaankaana waxa noo dhistay GIZ, marka kalluunkan aan ka shaqaynaa cooperative ahaan iskaashatooyinka laakiin aad baan maaragtay u soo dhawaynaynaa waxqabadka qoladan meesha noo dhista kawaanka marka insha allahu tacaala
nidaam dawladeed oo casri ah hadda soo baxay marka alxamdulilah dadkii waxaas fahma ama ku shaqaysta oo dareema allaha naga dhigo marka idinkan waxaan leeyahay maasha allah aad iyo aad mar walba ugu celcelinaya GIZ inay mahadsan tahay waayo bulshada mar walba waxay hataa ka caawisaa inay maalgeliso inay wixii cusub ee mar walba la soo socodsiiso.
In order to improve the general population's access to quality fish and to reduce post-harvest fish losses, the project has implemented several capacity-building measures targeting fishermen and fish vendors.
Now you will see the fishermen are using ice boxes when they are doing the catching of fish. The landing, the same case. You will see people immediately they catch it lands. It is taken into cooler boxes, into fridges. We have also gone to Alanley Market. We have the ice making machine that is producing ice. That ice is used in the cooler boxes, and also there are fridges that have been provided.
talaayadii waatana aad iyo aad u qaboojinaysaa waana sida hore hadda aan ka dhaamanaa hadda aan ka fiicannahay malayga
waxa nagu caawisay hay'adda GIZ oo aad aan ugu mahadcelinayna sidaad u arkaysaan mashiintanito way shaqaynaysaa waxa ka faa'iideystaan kalluunley aad u badan yaa ka faa'iideystaan ilaa 101 qof oo arkaysaan sidii stoolkan meesha u samaysan hoolkan oo dhan ilaa doonley qolad doomanka oo qaataan oo ilaa ku soo maarta badda la aadan yaa meeshan barafka qaataan.
The aim was to improve the various groups' fish knowledge and abilities around handling and storage of fishery products. Various equipment were distributed to support this improvement.
This project has provided us with a lot of cooler boxes that enables the fishermen to preserve their fish from the catch point up to the selling point.
Women received entrepreneurial skills, training, and managed to start up small businesses with the help of a revolving fund. The project also worked closely with the Ministry of Fisheries and Marine Resources in the training of data collecting officers and setting up of an online fishery data collection system, whose use already spreads beyond Kismayo.
When the project started, the Ministry of Fisheries had problems with getting data on what is the amount of fish that was landing. Nobody knew about this data. They were doing data collection randomly, but it was not strategic, it was not well systematic. We have developed with the ministry a system, an online system where today you can get the fish that has landed in Kismayo.
In order to improve fish access to far-flung populations, the project converted small trucks into mobile fish outlets and equipped them with solar-run refrigerators.
We have provided mobile trucks that are now delivering fish, fresh fish, to everywhere in Kismayo.
Actually, that has improved accessibility to fish because people do not have to travel or to take a car all the way to the fish market.
waxaana noogu deeqeen hay'addan awjeedin kullee dhalinyaro badan aad iyo aad u badan ayaa ka shaqeyso oo shaqo la'aan ahayd sida malayga oo kale subaxii waan qaadnaa xaggeena sida hoteelada meel walbo wuxuu noogu dhamaadaa dhaqsi alxamdulillah.
The Fish for Nutrition program has emerged to be a single package that will not only change the lives of the selected few, but the entire Kismayo district of Lower Juba region.
Over the past 4 years, the project has achieved all the indicators at output level and outcome level indicators, and it has made significant transformative changes to the community.
Together with various development partners, GIZ, through FNP, is working to synergize nutrition and upscaling the livelihoods of the communities in Lower Juba region.
I really thank the German government and the German corporation and GIZ for the beautiful work. I would say it has lifted the lives of so many, especially women and youth who had no employment before.
The Fish for Nutrition project was a success. We need to build on the achievements we have already done so far and move the fisheries sector to a higher level.